Right now at 6, a gunman on the run this morning, who he targeted, and why police believe this isn't the first time the man has done this.
Expect to see busier roads than normal as Americans head out for the holiday weekend. We'll talk to one expert about how you can stay safe on your trip.
And a holiday display a little too real for comfort after a newborn baby is found in a church manger. It is Wednesday, November 25th, 2015.
This is CBS 11 News This Morning at 6.
Good morning. Thanks for waking up with us. I'm Russ McCaskey.
And I'm Karen Borda. Right now, how's your Thanksgiving Eve shaping up? From Dallas to Fort Worth, the skies over North Texas are clear right now.
But meteorologist Scott Patchett warns don't leave home without the umbrella today. And a taste of rain you might see. It's just the beginning, right?
That is just the beginning for us. We are seeing scattered showers for us this morning, mainly down through parts of southwest sides right now of Johnson County holding together. You can see also down near parts of Hill County. We have some rain that's trying to work its way in out of Bosque County. So some scattered showers are around, but it's not a washout. Your precip chance today at 20%. Low 60s are holding on right now across parts of the Metroplex to the upper 50s, and across North Texas, the same story. It's not clear. We have a lot of cloud cover that is in place. The radar shows that we had just a little bit of rain here or there. Hour by hour today, our temperatures will be at 61 degrees at 9, by 10, 62, with rain chances at 20%. And you know what? Later today, we'll be in the upper 60s, but tomorrow into tomorrow night, a lot of rains in the forecast. I'll show you the timing coming up in just a few minutes. Chelsea's here now to talk about any traffic alerts. Are we doing okay now at 6:01 and 20 seconds?
Well, we're starting to see more crashes building out there, Scott. So precise. Right now, this is the text.cam over by 75 Central Expressway, southbound service road over by Mid-Park. That's where you're going to see some of the flashing lights. Crews are out there responding to a restaurant fire at a Denny's. We'll bring you more details on that coming up in a bit. We're not seeing brake lights on 75, which is good news. If that changes, I'll be sure to let you know. Right now, though, where we're seeing the slowdown, 35 East southbound over at Sandy Lake. This is just south of President George Bush Turnpike. Left lane is blocked for you, and you're going to be traveling less than 30 miles an hour, so give yourself extra time out there, or even take President George Bush Turnpike instead if you're trying to make your way southbound or Josie Lane. You've got lots of options, and all of them are looking good. Wide view of Dallas County, not tracking other trouble spots out there as far as delays are concerned, and same story with Tarrant County. You are in the clear. I'll let you know if that changes. Russ?
Chelsea, thanks. We're following some breaking news in Dallas. Firefighters say that they believe someone smoking near a Denny's in North Dallas may have sparked a fire. This is a live look from Mobile 11 at the scene near Spring Valley Road and Central Expressway. There are no reports of any injuries.
Breaking overnight, an attempted robbery sent one man to the hospital, and now another is on the run. It happened at an apartment complex in Louisville, and that's where we find CBS 11's Elizabeth Din right now. Liz.
Karen, good morning. And right now, detectives are still searching for that suspect. And it was late last night when an armed man tried to rob a group of people here at the Edgewood Village Apartments. The group of 4 people were in a car that had just pulled up. That's when the man approached the car, took out a gun, and demanded money. Police say someone in the back seat of that car tried to grab the weapon. During the fight for the gun, it went off. The bullet struck the driver in his back. He was taken to the hospital to have surgery. He is expected to survive. Again, the suspect is still on the run. And about those other armed robberies, according to police, one of them happened in this same area very recently. The other one further on the east side of Louisville. And of course, this incident that happened overnight now becomes the third similar case that they're looking into. Reporting live from Louisville, Elizabeth Din, CBS 11 News.
Elizabeth, thanks. Packing up and heading out. Millions of Americans are getting ready to visit loved ones by trains and planes and automobiles, and that includes roughly 4 million Texans. But there are some things you can do to make sure that you get to and from your destination safely. CBS 11's Arzo Dost is in Fort Worth, and she has that information for us. Arzo.
Good morning, Russ. Boy, it will be a busy day on your roads. As you know, AAA telling us this morning that about 3.4 million Texans will drive about 50 miles or so from home during the Thanksgiving holiday. Now, this morning, I've got Sergeant Lonnie Hatchell with the Department of Public Safety here with me. He's been going over some safety steps with us all morning. And right now, we just want to focus on something that really impacts our little ones.
Absolutely. 8 out of 10 car seats nationally are installed incorrectly. And it's important for parents to know how to put the car seats in. First thing that we want to do is make sure that you have the right car seat for the child. You want to make sure that the child's height and weight are appropriate for the maximum height and weight of the child's safety seat. Next, you want to make sure that the child is secured properly in the car seat. You want to make sure that the harness straps are tight enough that you cannot pinch the webbing together. You want to make sure that the harness retainer clip, this chest clip, is right at armpit level. You want to make sure that the harness straps, if they're forward facing, you want them at or above the shoulders, and for rear facing, at or below. But make sure that child's properly restrained. And then lastly, you want to make sure the car seat is secured to the car properly. Whether it's using the lower anchors and the top tether or the seat belt, the child safety seat should never move more than 1 inch, side to side or front to back.
And Sergeant Hatchell, one other thing I want to touch on is passengers in the back seat. Oftentimes they say, I don't need to wear a seat belt.
Everybody needs to wear a seatbelt. It's the law in Texas. Everybody, front seat, back seat, has to be secured by the safety restraint. It's also a safety issue. Anything in the car that's not secured can come forward and hit other occupants in the car. So keep that in mind for strollers or Thanksgiving food. That can come forward and hit you in the back of the head. So make sure everybody's buckled up and all the cargo is secure.
All right, thanks, Sergeant Hatchell. He's not going anywhere. And one other thing we want to touch on is, as we're heading out the door, we may be in a rush. You may have to stop by the ATM. Well, Sergeant Hatchell says slow down. Why? I'll explain in the next half hour. For now, we're live in Fort Worth. Arzo Dos, CBS 11 News.
All right, Arzo, thanks. Right now, Fort Worth police are looking for the driver who crashed into a house overnight. Investigators said the speeding driver lost control and crashed into a room at a home on Suttonwood Drive. Fortunately, no one was in the room and no one was hurt. The driver took off before police got there.
Now to a case of possible road rage in Fort Worth. The hunt is on for a driver accused of firing his gun at another car. It happened at about 9 last night near South Hewlin near Risinger Road. The victim says he accidentally cut off the other driver and that other driver took out a gun and shot him. He is expected to be okay.
We are working to learn the conditions of 2 people rushed to the hospital after a house fire. We're told at least 20 pets were in the home when the fire started yesterday evening. Not all of them survived. Irving firefighters say that the family will not be able to return to their home on Oakwood Drive for a while. Coming up in our next half hour, what kept these firefighters from doing their jobs right away?
An Amber Alert for 2 North Texas children is canceled despite the fact that the siblings haven't been found. Lula Mae and DeAndre King have not been seen since last Thursday. Their father told us they are safe with relatives. The Hill County Sheriff's Office says their mother may have taken them to Oklahoma. DPS asked the Sheriff's Office to end the Amber Alert, citing too little information in the case.
Some new developments overnight about that military jet that was shot down over Turkey, what we've learned about the 2 pilots.
Plus, Fiat Chrysler is looking for a few good workers, the roughly $50,000 freebie it's offering to employees.
I'm watching the roadways here for you. As we take a look at our maps, we've got more activity out there on the roadways. A couple crashes we're watching. I'll mention this one for you. 35 East southbound over at Sandy Lake Road. Left lane is blocked. I've got your alternates. And we've got team coverage out on the roadways. Mobile 11 out there too. Crews in Fort Worth. 35W southbound over by Meacham.
7 after 6 on this Wednesday morning, and looking across the nation, at least right now, we're doing okay. Watching an area of low pressure, though, out towards the west that could cause some delays. But right now, all the major airports reporting 15 minutes or less with any delays. Of course, if that changes, we'll be the first to let you know. I'll track the rain and the cold air for you coming up in just a few minutes right here on CBS 11.
6:10 on this Wednesday morning, and developing out of New York City. The search is on for whoever left a newborn baby in a manger at a church. A church custodian heard the baby's cries on Monday. Police say that the baby boy's umbilical cord was still attached. They believe he was only 4 or 5 hours old. New York allows a person to leave a baby at a safe haven like a church, no questions asked. But there must be someone present to take the baby, and in this case, no one was around. Well, St. Louis wide receiver Stedman Bailey will have surgery today after he was shot in Miami. According to NFL.com, Bailey was in a car with his cousin when someone pulled up and started shooting at them yesterday. The cousin has life-threatening injuries. In a statement, the Rams stated that Bailey is in critical condition. He's currently serving a 4-game suspension for violating the league's substance abuse policy.
Developing overseas this morning, a Russian military pilot shot down over Turkey has been rescued from Syrian rebels and is reportedly safe. That's according to Russian President Vladimir Putin. A Russian ambassador claims a second pilot was wounded and then killed on the ground by, quote, jihadists. Turkey shot down the plane yesterday after warning the pilots to leave its airspace. Putin promised serious consequences, calling Turkey terrorists' accomplices. Russia supports Syria's president in his battle against rebels. Turkey is backing the rebels. A new nuclear treaty between the U.S. and South Korea goes into effect today. It replaces a previous deal reached in 1972. Under this new agreement, South Korea will not be allowed to enrich and reprocess nuclear fuel for commercial purposes, but the Asian nation may one day be allowed to enrich uranium to create non-weapons grade nuclear fuel. This treaty is expected to be valid for 20 years. Well, looking for something to do with the family while the kids are on Thanksgiving break? The deal one local attraction is offering for less than the price of a gallon of gas.
And you want to celebrate Turkey Day, but will be away from loved ones? How technology can help you find a friendly home to celebrate Thanksgiving.
6:14 now. A new pop-up aims to give small businesses a big opportunity this holiday season. It's called Unbranded, and you can find it at 1616 Commerce in downtown Dallas. Organizers say shoppers have everything from vintage clothing to art, antiques, cocktails, and coffee on site. The concept is the brainchild of a couple of entrepreneurs who are looking to give back.
Being in that kind of entrepreneurial environment with other small businesses who I feel like will all be encouraging each other to get bigger, to keep going.
Downtown Dallas Inc. chipped in to outfit the former empty space, calling it an investment opportunity. If you want to check out Unbranded, we've got the hours listed on our website, cbsdfw.com.
Amazon is apologizing and removing what some called offensive ads around New York City. The ads are for its streaming series, The Man in the High Castle. The show depicts life in which Germany and Japan won World War II. Its promo posters contain a flag that incorporates Nazi Germany's imperial eagle, and some people say that's offensive to those who lost loved ones in the war. Looking to burn some of those Thanksgiving Day calories? We'll break down the stores that will be open. Plus, are you trying to figure out what to give the pet lover in your life? Wait until you hear what one Japanese company is offering. Jill Wagner's on the floor of the New York Stock Exchange with today's Money Watch report. Good morning, Jill.
Good morning, Russ. The markets tend to see low trading volume on these holiday weeks. This one, no exception. Yesterday, the Dow climbed 19 points. The Nasdaq was flat. Futures are pointing to a higher open. If you take your turkey with a side of shopping, you'll have lots of options tomorrow. Radio Shack opens early Thanksgiving, 8 in the morning. In the afternoon, JCPenney opens at 3, followed by Old Navy, Toys R Us, then Best Buy, Walmart, Target, Sears, Kohl's, and Macy's. And whether they like it or not, for most stores located in a mall, if the mall is open, those stores will have to open also. And hello, record breaker. Adele has sold 2.4 million copies of her new album, 25, since its release less than a week ago. Putting that into perspective, in just 4 days, Adele has sold more copies of 25 than Taylor Swift's new album sold all year. The British singer also beating a biggest sales week record held by NSYNC. Russ?
She certainly has a lot to be thankful for. And Jill, we hear that lots of people, obviously, they're going to be traveling for the holiday, but there's a way to have your pets with you, kind of.
All right, if a regular photo of your dog or cat doesn't do it for you, check out these 3D portraits. There's a Japanese company called Pop It. It uses a photo of your pet to create a 3D plastic version, light enough that you could take with you. You could even pet the picture if you're so inclined. You could order them online for about $80. Creepy or cute, Russ? Karen, I'll let you guys be.
We're going creepy on that. Very creepy.
We went creepy. I'm with you.
Thanks, Jill.
Odd. Okay, right now it is 6:17 out there on the roadways. Woo, sorry for the shaky TxDOT camera. This is 175 traveling northbound. Technically, it's considered westbound, but this is right before you meet I-45. We've got a crash that's taking away the 2 right lanes, so you only have that far left lane to use as you're making your way northbound. Once you're approaching this spot, really, you're going to see a lot of red out there. Even on 310, people are trying to use that to get around, but look at 175, major delays. I-45 is going to be a better option for you to take at this point if you're going to be traveling to downtown Dallas. 35 East southbound at Sandy Lake Road. Was hoping that some of the delays would start to improve, but we're starting to see those worsen, unfortunately. Traveling less than 20 miles per hour as you're approaching Sandy Lake. Left lane still blocked out there with only 1 lane down, still seeing major delays. President George Bush Turnpike might be a good option for you to take. We've got Broadway, Luna, even Josie to get you by. We've got team coverage out there on the roadways too. Mobile 11 traveling through Dallas 75 southbound near Fitzhugh. No issues there. Scott?
I wonder if those pet things would like watch you wherever you were in the room.
Oh, like
constantly solemnly looking at you and stuff. Yeah, that would not be fun.
Yeah.
My mom has a statue of Jesus in our dining room, and it always can see you. It's really, really weird. Cool, but weird. All right, let's take a look right now. This morning, we have some showers that are out there so far. Johnson County, Elvis County, a couple of light showers are holding together. They're drifting their way off towards the north and to the northeast just a little bit. We also have some scattered showers down near parts of Clifton holding together. So off and on today, we're seeing a 20% chance of some light rain, some drizzles, sprinkles greeting you. Our temperatures really warmed up into the low 60s across the Metroplex to the upper 50s. We're as much as 15 degrees warmer to 21 degrees warmer than this time yesterday morning in parts of North Texas. So that south wind flow really pulled up the moisture here into North Texas, and that's sticking around. So that's a sign that our atmosphere is changing. And hour by hour today, we'll still keep rain chances at 20%. Winds will be at the south-southeast near 15 to 25, where we will warm up to about 69 degrees, right around 3 to 4 today. But then big changes are on the way. Let's get right to it. You can see that overnight tonight, not too bad. Now going through Thanksgiving morning, not too bad. Some scattered shower activity will be around parts of the Metroplex by the lunch hour, by noon. Depending on when you sit down for your family meal, we're going to be seeing more rain on the way for us. 5 to 6 o'clock rain chance is 50%, and then really going up overnight. We're going to see a widespread rain event for us going into Friday morning. Cold front's going to be approaching. Look at a lot of the heavy rain working its way on into parts of North Texas by Friday morning. Still in the mid-60s Friday morning, and then temperatures dropping as we go through the day into the upper 50s to the lower 40s for us going into the evening hours. And then overnight Saturday night and into Friday night into Saturday morning, I should say, north winds are holding on still near 15 to 20 miles per hour, and cold air is going to be in place. Now, Thanksgiving rain chances, we're going to be seeing our rain chances sitting at 30% to start it on out, 50% by about 2 to 4 o'clock, to 60% by 6 is what I was showing you, and then those rain chances really do increase. And here's the reason why. We have this slow-moving upper-level low system out towards the west coast that's being cut off from the main jet stream. So that's going to linger its way around. And then we also have moisture from Hurricane Sandra that's going to get pulled up here into the southern plains. And both of those in combination means it's going to be a wet one for us. So now I want to point out Friday night and Saturday morning, it's going to be cold, but it's just going to be rain. Well out to the west, if you have travel plans out there, Abilene up to near just to the west of Wichita Falls, maybe a winter mix holding together. And then we see the moisture from Sandra work its way on in, and going into Sunday, still some rain sticking around for us. 2 to 4 inches of rain down to the southwest. We'll see 3 to 6 inches here in the Metroplex to 4 to 8 near parts of the Red River. So it's going to be kind of maybe some localized flooding for us. Sunday morning, still some rain around. Then we finally dry out Monday into Tuesday with temperatures in the mid 50s. So big changes on the way going into Friday and through the weekend. Russ and Karen.
Big changes, Scott. Thank you. Well, do your kids have cabin fever while on this holiday break? Then you may want to take them to the Dallas Zoo, because today is Dollar Day. That price is good for everything from admission to hot dogs, chips, and nectar to feed the lorikeets. The deal runs from 9 a.m. until 4 p.m.
A warning for parents this morning, a popular toy that's creating a big and somewhat painful mess for children.
And a local mechanic certainly landed on Santa's nice list, the major find. I mean, we're talking major find inside one car he was working on. You're watching CBS 11 News, and as we head to break at 6:21, here's a look at tonight's primetime lineup.
6:24 now on this Wednesday morning, and Fiat Chrysler is making an offer that some employees can't refuse. Free college tuition. The automaker promises to pay tuition and other costs for 100,000 workers and their family members. The company says it hopes that this move will help them fill open jobs. All potential students can only enroll, though, in Strayer University. The average cost for a bachelor's degree is $50,000.
It's a popular toy that can leave your children's hair in a tangled mess. They call them bunchums. Kids make cute creations with the Velcro-like balls, but they can also get trapped in your young one's hair. Parents across the country have been taking to social media and Amazon product reviews to share their anguish.
When you have that many, there's probably 14 or 15 in her hair, they were getting matted down to her skull, and that's when the hair started really wrapping around, and there was no moving them. They did not budge.
It's become such a problem, the company has actually made a video to show parents how to get them out. The solution? A bath and gobs of conditioner.
Ugh. Does seem like a mess. All right, traveling and don't have family or friends to spend Thanksgiving with? There's an app for that. It's called VizEat. It works similar to Airbnb. Guests can browse enticing pictures of food posted by registered users, and once they see one that looks good, they can book it. Hosts don't just serve guests, they also eat with them too. This app gives a quick fix for people searching for a place to dine this Thanksgiving holiday.
Well, as you rush around for Thanksgiving, take time to slow down. Coming up, the steps you can take to stay safe this holiday.
Also, we have some new information in a fire that destroyed a local home, the problem that firefighters ran into when they responded to the call for help.
And it's Cowboys for a Cause. The teams plan to incorporate the Salvation Army into tomorrow's big game.
Time now is 6:26, and we are seeing a little bit of improvement, but still trouble out there on 175 northbound approaching I-45. Mobile 11 just got there out on the scene. We're seeing 2 left lanes getting by. I'll give you the details as what happened here with this crash and the several others we're seeing out there on the roadways.
Almost 6:27, and I'm looking at some winter weather advisories, winter storm warnings across parts of the nation, center portion of the country, now Kansas, even west sides of Oklahoma and the panhandle of Texas now being put in under a winter weather advisory. Winter storm watch is in effect. So are we seeing any delays so far with the airports? So far, so good. We'll let you know if that changes. I'll talk about the rain on the way here in North Texas coming up in a few minutes right here on CBS 11.